start with a give to Harris. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss. Working quickly here. Second and 13. Pass into the hands of Mark Andrews. That play good for 17 and a first down.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
From the 44-yard line now, first and 10. Milton now. Snared by his running back. It's Najee Harris. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. Offense in the hurry up here. Here's Milton. Into the hands of Elijah Moore. Fights up for tackle, but he lost the ball. He left the ball behind. They had gotten the ball moving, Brock. We're seeing some progress on their debut possession.
They were following the script well, but of course, nobody scripts turnover.
No, they don't. So does that totally erase the positives that they could otherwise take away from that opening drive?
Yes and no. I mean, every possession is such a premium in this league, but you do know we can move this ball. We just got to take better care of it.
First snap, and Fields wants to throw. He's got this complete to James Cook. And he'll have a small 4-yard chunk there. Bobby Okereke making that stop.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes second and third down a whole lot easier to manage.
Second and 6 coming up here. From the 27. Pass complete to Cook. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. Offense up to the line fast. Fields on first down. Has him on the quick hitter. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a first down.
Sometimes you're looking to push the ball down the field. As I've said before, the crumbs lead to a cookie. And you never go broke taking a profit, and those big tight ends will often find you those easy check down yards.
And he takes a shot near the marker, but it looks like he still has enough for that first down.
Ooh, I like that. I really like that execution to move the chains. Now that third down call that they had ready, well, they could stick it right back in the pocket for a later occasion.
First down throw for Fields. Short pass brought in. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. Third and short in your back pocket. You can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's second and 1. First tone of the game for James Cook. And they had that one contained right at the line. Nick Herbig making the play. Nothing for them on second down, and now it's 3rd and 1.
Hey, as much as I love talking about these physical matchups, right now this is psychological. This adds some layers to this third down call. Do you try your hand at another run and hope it fares better? Tougher to go back to it again when it just gets stuffed.
3rd and a lone yard coming up.
Here we go. Good.
Shotgun snap to Fields. Connects with Cook. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of third downs just like that.
They sure are moving in early, Brock. Here's a new set of downs at the opposing 43. On 1st and 10, it's Fields. That's a catch. Jackson Smith and Jigba. And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, right at the 31. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Out of the shotgun, Fields. Able to get it to Moore. And they haul him down just a foot or two shy of the red zone. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And that's good for a Bears first down.
First and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Another throw for Fields. And that's going to be brought in. Touchdown, Chicago. The Bears have a great first drive and get the game's first points. It's a James Cook touchdown. Record there to tack on the extra points. And the Bears will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Here's Reichard set to kick this away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Throwing off the play fake here. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. Another try following the sack. He's in trouble and gets brought down again. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. Here he is on 3rd and long. He's in trouble and they bring him down again. The Steelers calling their first time out. And after using an early one, 2 left for him to spend.
Not 1, not 2, but 3 straight sacks to snuff out that drive. I'm not sure Kate will ever see a defense stick a QB in the ground like that on 3 straight plays. But this defense, they're pedal to the metal, unrelenting, and what an incredible effort.
And it gets him something back on that return. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield. This one returned for 11 yards. And it's going to be Bears football.
Go, take it to the house.
Chance here for one final play before the end of the quarter.
Here we go. Angel.
They kick the running back in motion. Fields out of the gun. Fits it through the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. And they can go ahead and stay in that huddle. We're at the end of the first quarter. Neither side separating much so. We're back and all set for the second quarter. Bears football. They've got 1st and 10 here, looking to add to their lead. Now it's Fields. Delivered to the sideline. Smith and Jigba brings it in. And he's out of bounds inside the red zone, just short of the 15.
That one came with a higher degree of difficulty. He had to balance focusing on the catch while staying in bounds.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. And he's stopped out at the 16 after a small gain. Give him 2 on the run. That's going to set him up with 3rd and 4. Looking to throw Fields. Cook calls it in. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Translatable skills. That's what you call it. So effective as a runner, but those same traits that make him a great runner, adept at getting those yards, well, he translates it now as a receiver in the open field.
Straight ahead, here's Cook. Will score. Touchdown, Chicago. The Bears pull that in front further, 13-zip. It's a James Cook touchdown. They kept it on the ground as opposed to airing it out, and that time, well, Brock, the ground game paid off.
Well, these great rushing attacks down here that could score rushing touchdowns, it takes the whole party getting involved. Yeah, the burst of the running back was tremendous. How about the launch of his blockers right off the line of scrimmage? That's a touchdown the entire way, and it took the entire group offensively.
One after try, good by Reichert. And the Bears double their lead to 14. Here's Reichert set to kick this away. He'll bring it out from the middle of the end zone. And they've got a long field ahead, Brock. Got to him early on the return and laid a big hit on him. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. That's caught by Hollywood Brown. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. They go play action on 1st. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Okay, you give him much of the credit for this early lead. Heck, give every player in that defense now their 4th sack of this game credit, because that ambush on the quarterback, a big reason why they're in control of this game.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. They've got a man in motion. Trying again, following the sack. Andrews with the catch. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
This drive in jeopardy. Here's a 3rd and 10. Here's Milton. Here's a loft deep down the middle. And they really went for it on 3rd down, didn't they? But the heave falls incomplete. Now they're facing 4th down.
That's a throw that's got to go somewhere else. Double coverage waiting for it. They were thinking interception for a second. The incompletion is still pretty good, too.
Third down pass didn't work, but the offense staying out there on 4th. And they're going for this. He's loaded another one up. They can't connect as fourth down stand.
Sometimes a quarterback gets so focused on coverage down the field, you lose sight of those linemen right in front of you. On that occasion, he throws it right to the D lineman. Easy to get the paw up and swat away a potential first down.
Short pass caught by his tight end. And they get this all the way down to the 16-yard line. Big gain, 14 on the play. And that's a Chicago first down.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only one? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
First down from the red zone. Completed to his running back. And they're going to get this down to the 4 before being stopped. That's a gain of 13, and it sets them up with first and goal.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you planned for, and you go out and execute.
Here we go.
Cook finds the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. The Bears take a 20-zip lead. It's a James Cook touchdown. He would not be denied that close to the end zone, Brock. I think it might have taken 5 or 6 guys tackling him to keep him from diving across the line for 6.
Certainly a second effort touchdown, no question. The backs who become fan favorites, we've seen it through the generations, and they set the curve for their peers, are the ones who just fight through that stop and will not be denied of a touchdown.
That one right down the middle. And the Bears stretch their lead to 21. Here's Reichard set to kick this away. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Milton. That's into the hands of Moore. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a first down. Here's second and 2. He's got Harris. And 2 yards is all he's going to get before he's caught. Jarvarius Ward brings him down. Here we go, third and less than a yard. Now trying to run it with Harris. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs. Working quickly here. Play action on first down. Brought in right side by Moore. They'll have some space inside the 35. 16 yards on the play. And he'll bring up a Pittsburgh first down.
And those are the completions they rely on from their passing game.
It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. Back to throw. Here's Milton. Gets this one to Andrews. And he pushes this down to the 22-yard line.
I can't tell you how nice it is to have a big, trustworthy tight end in the passing game. Such great size to have, and he forces those defenses to find a way to try to match up when they can't.
Has him on the quick hitter. And he's got it inside the 15 before going out. Give him 8 yards on the play. And that's a Steelers first down. From the red zone now. This throw is caught. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. after a good pickup. They've got 2nd and 4. Throwing it again here. The throw is caught. And this one doesn't go far.
When there's heat, that blitz coming off the snap, that QB's eyes, you could see it right away. He got to his check down in a hurry. But, Kate, here's the key. Quarterback and running back have to be on the same page. The two were right there, and then netted some positive yards.
He finds him right side. And that's a Pittsburgh touchdown. Kicking team out to try the extra points. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Steelers get it back to a 14-point game. Koo all lined up and ready to boot this one away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. A little less than 30 seconds to go as they begin this drive.
Here we go. You got it. Mini base. Line up.
First down throw for Fields. Short pass brought in. And he's out of bounds beyond the 35-yard line.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
2nd and 3 now.
Let's go. Here we go.
Out of the shotgun, Fields. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Picked off by the Ole Miss rookie. And the Steelers will have a shot at least a field goal here. Maybe the end zone after that return.
Oh, coaches just love that effort right there. Instantly, as he made the pick, everybody was looking for a block and doing their part to set up the return. And I know it pales in comparison to giving up the turnover, but how about the effort on the other side to track him down and stop a potential pick six? I think everybody deserves a little credit on the field for that effort.
They're out and set, 1st and 10. To throw, Milton. Taken in by Harris. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down.
Got to be a pretty good actor. Got to be pretty good at selling to that defense. That's a drop-back pass. When you get a big play on the screen like that, boy, it's choreography by everybody on that offense.
They put a receiver in motion right. He'll get this, pushing for the end zone, and he lost the football. It's not loose. Bears pick it up, headed the other way.
Man, did those sidelines get loud. I think we all had to figure out what the heck was going on or who recovered the ball. But the minute they see the defense gets it, Kate, look at them. They save 6 points, and they get the ball back for their offense.
One last play before the break.
Don't jump. Ready?
One final shot before halftime. Hits his running back. So that's the halfway point of this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Brock and I will be back right after this. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate, Scott, Brock Eward with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. Koo all lined up and ready to boot this one away. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Fields out of the gun. Throwing the out route complete. And he's out of bounds beyond the 35-yard line.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4.
Here we go, son. Nice.
Now the shotgun give to Cook. And he'll get it up to the 44. That play goes for 8 yards, and it keeps this drive moving.
Most of the people watching will forget about that play in a couple minutes, but the coaches won't forget. He has that filed away the next time he really needs to pick up a few yards.
On 1st and 10, it's Fields. Short pass caught by his tight end. And they're going to haul him down just shy of the 40. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
Gosh, I really like this receiver on that drag route in particular. Why? Because he's a guy that creates after the catch. They don't close quickly. He could take it to the house.
First and 10 from the 41. Oh, looks like the defense got a little too excited there, and that's going to be a penalty. Broke the plane before the snap, and that's going to give the offense some free yardage. Encroachment on that previous play, and that makes this a much shorter 1st and 5.
Here we go, son.
They'll run here following the penalty. And he's brought down for a loss. Offense in the hurry up here.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd down at the Steelers' 37-yard line.
2nd and 6 now. Pass complete to Cook. What a hit. He gets flattened to the ground. Offense up to the line fast.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 2.
Looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. He's at the 30. He's at the 10. And forget the interception. He makes this a pick-6 touchdown. They'll try this extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Steelers chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. A quick chance at redemption after that pick-6 as it's sent away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Fields. Cook calls it in. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
from the 35 on second down. That's incomplete left side.
That is normally a gimme for this offense, these short throws. But the defense, well, they had just enough influence on that play to force the incompletion.
Fields now on third. That's caught for the first. And he's out of bounds just past, looks like, the 40-yard line. He gets 6 on that play. And that's good for a Bears first down.
Just get this guy touches. I don't care how, I don't care when. Just find unique ways to get this running back the ball, and over time, he's going to make you pay.
They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. Fields on first down. At the sideline, and he's got more. And they'll have it a little shy of the 40 as he goes out. It's a gain of 17 on that one. And that's a Chicago first down. They'll try the right side with Cook. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
Again, it's Cook. Adding some insult to injury there. Not only did they jump, but they still gave up a lengthy run, even with the head start, as this one's declined.
Here we go. Good.
Running it after the penalty. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
Not every corner in this league can make the play he just made right there. Sure, there's pure coverage guys. Not really known for their tackling, but this guy, well, he's someone who isn't afraid to stick his nose in there and make a stop.
2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Fields to throw it. He's on the move. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. Then brings up 3rd down.
Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. Rather than force something with no one open and risk a turnover, he wisely just threw it away.
Fields on 3rd. Almost had 6, but can't find him in the end zone. Incomplete. Thought he had a touchdown there. And they're going to be stuck with a 4th and long. Smith able to put it through. And that'll push it to double digits in a 2-possession game.
That's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
Here's Reichard set to kick this away. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. The Bears decide to call their first time out, as that'll leave them with just 2 to use the rest of the way. First and 10 now from the 30. Back to throw. Here's Milton. Escapes the pocket. And he wisely avoids contact, sliding down there. That played good enough for a first. Throwing with a blitz on the way. Chased out to his right. Not enough on this throw. It hits the turf instead of his man.
I think more than ever, QBs today are so good at doing this, Kate, buying himself enough time and actually finding a target downfield. Just this time, he couldn't quite make that connection.
Couldn't connect on first. It's second down. Here's Milton. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes him back. Third down coming up.
Kate, I can already read the headlines tomorrow. This offensive line can't protect. This offensive line. But it's more than that. When you give up 5 sacks in a game, it's a complete breakdown of everybody offensively. Play caller, quarterback, offensive line. Yeah, they're going to have to regroup and figure out how to protect this quarterback first and foremost.
Part of what's earned him status, Brock, is one of the league's better tight ends are those hands, right? His dependable hands. So shouts to the defense there because he wasn't able to hang on that time.
Kate, it's one thing for these defenders to separate a receiver from the ball, but to do so on a stud tight end, that's big time.
That hits at the 9, but nobody around to grab it. It carries all the way into the end zone. They'll get this drive started. First and 10.
Here we go, tonight.
Taps it quick to the receiver coming across. And he's able to get it to the 21 as he goes down. Manages just a yard on first down. Now it's going to be second and 9.
Brings up second and 9 at the 21-yard line.
Fields throwing here. Finds Smith and Jigba. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. A dose of the hurry-up offense here.
That's a gain of 4. Brings up third and 5.
Shotgun now on third down. He has the first over the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down.
Well, you don't normally get that type of outcome on a slant. You're just looking for a short yard gain. But find the right type of athlete with space to work before and a perfectly placed ball after the catch. It's a perfect play to break it big.
First down throw for Fields. Headed out right. On the run right, throwing deep. What a dive! I think he caught it! And he'll be touchdown after a big play.
One thing we don't have in football is we don't have that radar gun. But if we did, Kate, this is the kind of throw, when you throw it that deep outside the numbers, that requires a serious fastball, serious arm strength, and he just showed it off.
Another throw for Fields. This one's caught. And they're going to get this down to the 4 before being stopped. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Shotgun handoff now to Cook. Has the Chicago touchdown. The Bears can put this out of reach as they make it a 16-point lead. It's a James Cook touchdown. His third of the game on the ground. Well, Brock, you know this better than most. In baseball, it's 3 strikes and you're out. I know you experienced that a lot, but on the gridiron, you're feeling pretty happy, right? If you could strike the end zone 3 times in one game.
Yeah, I'd rather go hockey and soccer. That's just the positive guy in me. They call that a hat trick. It's worth celebrating. And yeah, they should celebrate this effort.
That one splits the uprights. And the Bears take a 3-possession lead. Here's Reichard set to kick this away. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30.
At their own 30-yard line.
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Milton. He's got Andrews. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down. Working quickly here.
It's a gain of 17 yards. 1st down, Steelers.
Milton now. Looking. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
And look at that. All that effort and success from the previous play, it is gone. Credit to this defense who snapped and clear. That's part of this game. You got to snap and clear. Give up a big play, come back and make a big one for yourself. And they do get home that sack.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. Another try following the sack. They're on him again, and he goes down again. Offense in the hurry up here. Here he is on 3rd and long. Again, he's under pressure, and he goes down. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
These scouts in the NFL, man, they scour the country. Right, coast to coast. You know what they're looking for with defensive players? They are looking for game records. And that is exactly what this defender has done. He has wrecked this offense with back-to-back sacks.
It's the 2-minute warning from Chicago. Steelers trying to make it look a little nicer on that scoreboard. The Steelers set to punt it. And he's going to try to give his defense a long field to defend. He's been hitting it well so far. This is another big one. He feels this at the 18. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. Got every single bit of that one, didn't he? Over 70 yards on the punt. And it's going to be their football coming up. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Wow, they're going to pass it here. Connection made to Smith and Jigba. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And that's good for a Bears 1st down.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted them. They wanted him in a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after it.
That's cut at the 25. They rip off a huge chunk of field as the downs reset.
You know, Kay, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Oh, look at this. He's set up to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And he goes out approaching that 10-yard line.
You know, kid, over the years, I have heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
Well, you call that play to surprise the defense, try to get to the goal line. But a quick adjustment by the defense, well, it kept him in position to make the stop and ruin that play.
They're going to throw it on 3rd and long. He brings it in. And they bring him down at the 7-yard line.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
They do snap it. Here's Fields. Forced out to his right. And he'll score. Touchdown, Chicago! The Bears keep adding to that 4th quarter lead. It's a Justin Fields touchdown. So an exclamation point there. That caps off what, and I think you'd agree, Brock, has been a dominating performance.
Yeah, I would. Really in all phases, too. You know, I thought coming in that this would be a much closer game than how it's turned out to be. And you got to give credit where it's due. This offense has been outstanding throughout.
That one right down the middle. And the Bears make it a 24-point ball game. Here's Reichard set to kick this away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Carried by Harris here to start the drive. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few. He got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
So the Bears come away with a win. And they carried some of that winning football from last game into this contest. Now a modest little win streak blossoming for them, Brock. They've got 2 in a row as they get out of here with a victory. So that puts a bow on this one. For my partner, Brock Heward, and everyone involved on our crew, I'm Kate Scott signing off. This has been another presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Bears winners as we say so long from Chicago.
You wanna try to beat the force, I wanna try to defeat the law. You wanna be with me, of course. Show you look a piece, wanna see some more, see some more, see some more, see some more, see some more. So gonna rise when I leave this corpse. Show you look a piece, wanna see some more.
Don't be afraid of the bounce. See when your things levels got changed to your mouth. How can I walk in doubt? Never been a beg, never been a loud mouth. Pen can go for days. I'm obsessed with it, can't change my ways. So blessed with it, what can I say? Top form staying in shape.